So, the first chance to be a quarter-finalist at the Players' Championship finals here in Minehead. Caven or Thornton. First to 10 watching on. Alan Warren a little. And good afternoon, Stuart Pike.
Hello, Matt. Well, it's a case of follow that and beat that. Day one of this tournament, absolutely brilliant. 12 averages of over 100, 76 180s and 25 ton-plus finishes. All that on day one. Day two promises, hopefully, to be better. Jamie Caven never been past this stage of the tournament, so looking to reach the quarterfinals for the first time. Robert Thornton's been there, done that, reached the final, hasn't won it. But once you get past the first round, players like Thornton especially will fancy their chances of going a fair way.
Yeah, just getting through that first round is important for anybody, because the longer distances now come. First to 10, obviously a little bit different than that first round. So they'll feel that they're well and truly into the tournament now, and not particularly relaxed, but know that if they do have a few legs where things just don't go in their favour, they're always going to have a purple patch at some point. But certainly Thornton will be the favourite, but Caven's finishing was a big feature of his win yesterday, Stuart.
Well, spot on. I mean, 6 out of 7 on the doubles. With a checkout percentage like that, you win every game.
140.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they both were, to be fair. Thornton just squeezing past Darren Webster. I think the only time he was ahead in the game was when he won it in the last leg. Webster missed 2 darts to win the match, and Thornton got away with it by winning a deciding leg. And Caven admitting he was totally outscored by Ian White, but kept in it by some fabulous finishing.
Yeah, 164 if I remember. And another couple of ton-plus finishes from Jamie there.
Well, the 150 on top of the 164 was the finish that turned the game in his favour. He was 4-3 down, and White had just missed a dart at the bull, was on 25 to go 5-3 up, and Caven came up with a 150.
Well, he hadn't done a lot wrong, had he, really, in White, to be fair. It's just that Caven, and it can happen sometimes in a game that's close, you leave a double or a finish and somebody takes out a big one. That's what the game's all about. Thornton, last leg decider, as you mentioned, Stuart, but he'll fancy this today, knowing it's a longer format. He's had all the experience in the world, as we know, winning the UK Open, been in the Premier League for the last 2 or 3 years. And Jamie Caven really looking to have one of those runs on TV that is almost promised, not quite yet achieved. Almost did it in the Europeans a couple of years ago, but fell apart, really, you've got to say, against Simon Whitlock.
9-4 down, 9-4 up, I should say, and lost 10-9.
59.
That was in a quarter-final.
That was almost his big chance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, ball for Caven. Oh, on the wire, had to go for it, Thornton, on the finish.
148.
So opportunity here for Thornton. Needs 2 big trebles, and that is not going to help the cause.
Well, he started the match with a 140, Robert Thornton, and after 18 darts he's still got 107 left, so not a lot after that. Slow start. Double 12 for Caven.
Ooh, bit of a wide there. I mean, he favours double 12. A lot of players go for 9 double 8. So despite a poor leg from Thornton, he's got a chance here, but he needs the treble with the second dart. 88 remaining. Well, he's got the treble, not the one he needed. Well, it's all over the place here, Thornton.
Well, they're both all over the... They both had 21 darts in this opening leg. It will get better, I promise.
It's like watching me and Mace in Europe.
Double 2 is the job. Double 2 gets the job done, and Caven wins a scrappy opening leg.
Well, when there's a bad leg like that, Stuart, both players know that, and we understand it is the first leg. This is better from Thornton, by the way. Well, much better from Thornton. He's averaging 65 in the first leg, and he starts the second one with a maximum. But when you're on the receiving end of a bad leg, i.e. you've lost it, you just think, oh no, but when you've won the leg, you feel much better going into the rest of the match. Oh, go on, Robert. Plenty of room there. Even I'd get one in there.
Well, incredible. Robert Thornton was part of darting history in Dublin not so long ago, hitting a 9-darter in the same game as James Wade. Darting history.
Come on, Rob. You can do it. Treble 21st needed. Yes. Treble 19 for double 12. Yes. Double 12 for Thornton for a 9-darter!
On the wire, and it was so close. Robert Thornton. Well, what a fantastic effort from the Thorn. So close. 8 perfect darts. Did it in the same game as James Wade at the World Grand Prix. A millimetre away from a 9-darter at the Players' Championship Finals. Got to focus now. Got to concentrate. Got to win the leg.
Well, got there eventually, but that was, well, extraordinary really, because that first leg, Stuart, he was all over the place, averaging 65. And then all of a sudden,
45.
Starts the leg with a maximum, follows it, and just wires double 12 for the 9-dart leg. Well, that certainly woke us up in here, Stuart. It's woke up the audience.
41.
You said it would get better, Stu. You were right.
Well, just go to show you never know what's going to happen next in this sport. Totally out of the blue. I've seen Raymond van Barneveld do 2 or 3 9-darters when he's been playing really poorly, and you just never know, do you?
Well, look at Van Geuring against Raymond in the last tournament that we did.
The European Championship.
European Championship. It came from nowhere.
Yeah.
21.
As is often the case. Caven
140.
in control of the third leg. But what an effort from the Scot. Well, guaranteed fireworks, that's for sure now. Here he goes again.
It only took him one leg to get into it. Well, that's unlucky there. The old William Tell shot. Clipped part of the stem or the flight. Caven throwing first in this leg.
95.
Leave himself 81. But these are the dodgy times in legs. 219. If you can get a ton or a ton plus, all of a sudden at 81, you'll start thinking about it.
99. You require 81.
So to restore his advantage. Bullseye for Caven. Well, never in doubt, was it? Really good finish from Jamie Caven. 2-1, 3 legs with throw. We've nearly had a 9-darter. And we're only 3 legs into the day. Promises much.
60.
Will deliver much, I'm sure.
No, you can't beat a bit of bully. Great bull shot from Caven. Didn't want to give Thornton the opportunity to finish for Shanghai. It's all about opportunities and taking them. If he'd have missed the ball, Thornton would have had an opportunity to lead 2-1.
60.
All history now. Oh, that first leg, Stuart, was almost a jog.
50.
And a 100-metre sprint in the next one. But first to 10. So players do have a little bit more time
83.
to get themselves into the match. Well, the reason Caven is going for 303, because 7 19s leaves the magical 170. So good thinking from Caven there. Thornton a long way behind, can't leave a finish, so even if Caven does hit 2 treble 20s here, I think he may be unlikely to go for it, but you never know.
Strange old game. One leg, you're within a millimetre of a 9-darter, and the next you can't get anything going.
Well, a lot of players are using that finish 110, Stuart. I find it strange when you're going for treble 20 all the way through the game and then you go for 19s and 17s. But well, this 138, one of the easier finishes over the 100.
98.
Caven's last dart, which went into single 1. Double 18.
He's blocked it. He's blocked it.
37. You require
The leg that Caven's dominated here, Alan. Thornton will be mightily relieved if he can get away with it. Double 10 for the Scot for 2-all. Double 5. Well, he's only got himself to blame ultimately.
You require
you could feel the pressure building up every time he missed with one of those darts. Caven eventually gets away with it. Almost made a mistake there. That last dart in the sub-previous visit when he hit that big one. But he's got away with it, so it's all history now. He leads 3-1 and throwing in this last leg before our first break. So a big leg for Thornton here. 3-2, 4-1, massive as we know. Unlucky. He's scoring well, Thornton, but not consistent enough at the moment.
100.
Well, they've played each other 15 times. This, would you believe, the first time that they've clashed in a TV major. Very much advantage Jamie Caven at the moment. So Thornton, if he can somehow scramble and scrap and break the throw and get back into the game. Important leg.
Yeah, 2-2-1. Caven on 204.
60.
Couldn't quite nick that treble, so a little bit of a missed opportunity there for Thornton. 161 doable, as we know, but the degrees of difficulty would have been easier with a bit of treble. Just shows you how quickly this game changes. Thornton needs the 161. He needs it. Treble 17 and the bull. No, not this time.
97. Jamie requires 64.
Well, to take control of this second round game. Tops he needs. Well done, Jamie Caven in total control. Robert Thornton, you know, was so close to a 9-darter. He's trailing here. He's got it all to do, the Scot. Jamie Caven, race to 10 for the quarterfinals. Leads 4-1. Battling Jamie Caven for a place, the first place in the quarterfinals, and he's trailing 4-1. He's in a spot of bother. Caven, who finished beautifully in his first round match against Ian White, 6 out of 7. He's on 50% on the doubles again, finishing well today, and that has been the difference. Caven 4-1 up, first to 10 to go through.
Yeah, certainly much more solid. Strange when you think Thornton almost hit the 9-darter. That's the only leg he has won. And he messed about a little bit on the double there after he'd missed the double 12. His 180 scoring isn't bad. 3 in the match. All to the Scot.
82.
47-year-old Thornton. We remember him winning his first PDC major, the UK Open, at the Reebok in Bolton. Not called the Reebok anymore, is it? But great win over Phil Taylor, and beat Taylor again a couple of months later at the World Grand Prix.
134.
When he's on top form, he is excellent to watch. On the periphery, I would say, hoping for another shot at the Premier League in 2015, but darts like this will help. Brilliant. 140 out from Thornton.
Thornton.
But there's no middle ground for Robert Thornton here. He's either brilliant or he's poor. That was a fantastic 12-dart leg.
34.
12-dart leg there, and almost a 9 on the other leg that he's won. But it's been the other 4 legs that have been the problem. Despite the 12 and that leg, when he missed that 9, he's still only averaging 93.
Yeah, Thornton will hope he'll get another crack at the Premier League next year. He'll certainly be in the mix.
Well, after getting through that last leg decider yesterday, Thornton really would have fancied this, knowing it's a longer distance. Get his head down for the night, but Caven will be thinking exactly the same. Caven's up for this one. His first maximum.
Robert Thornton, when he gets frustrated, he talks to the dartboard, doesn't he? Caven, again not missing. That's a great 11-darter from Jamie Caven to re-establish a 3-leg advantage. He's halfway there, 5-2 in front. Yeah, but Thornton, when he gets angry with himself, he talks to the board. His way of dealing with it, I guess.
Yeah, trying to G himself up. The 12-dart from Thornton, followed by 1 dart less from Caven.
Winner of this to play Andy Smith or Adrian Lewis in the quarterfinals on Sunday afternoon here in Minehead. As Thornton hits his 4th.
Well, we said he had to start making a move, and he certainly is doing. He can't afford to lose this session. Even if he wins it 3-2, he's back in the match.
Well, he's only 1 break of throw behind. That's what he'll be telling himself. Another great leg here.
135.
Possible 11-darter to reply for Robert Thornton. But it's against the darts where he wants to produce
46.
darts like this.
Robert, you require 46.
Filling up here, 4,000 sellout. A great atmosphere. Double 10. Plenty in hand.
Shot in the 8th leg.
Well, another 12-darter. That's 12, 11 and 12 in this session, Stuart. Both players rising to the occasion now.
140.
Well, only 60. Again, not enough to challenge the Jamie Caven throw.
100.
Thornton, the number 6 seed in this tournament. Jamie Caven seeded 22nd. Thornton is that high up on the Pro Tour Order of Merit because astonishingly he won
100.
3 consecutive Players' Championship events back in, I think it was April and May, wasn't it?
Yeah, only done by Taylor and Van Gerwen
91.
previously. And that's some doing when you look at the Pro Tours now, the standard there, and the amount of different players that do win them, Stuart. To win 3 on the trot.
100.
Was in good form at that time.
170.
He's starting to show some here, but needs to show a little bit more against the throw.
56.
2 12-darters throwing first. But when you're 5-3 down, you need to start making some moves.
Well, yet again, another disappointing leg
53.
for the Scot on the Caven throw. So 114 for Jamie. 14 and tops, I think. Yep.
94.
A rare miss on tops.
Yeah, he won't be too worried at this moment in time. But despite whatever Thornton hits here, he does know he has to hit this double 10.
140. Jamie required 20.
Looking dodgy. Ooh. happened there?
Well, that's well done. May have been a fly. I think it was. A fly flew across his line of sight. That was a pressure dart. It really was. Because Thornton was waiting.
109.
Thornton's maximum scoring has been exceptional. It's been the other part of his game. He's always been, has been throwing first. Nothing wrong with that. He needs to make some moves against, well, almost on for the 9 again.
Well, Thornton is averaging 10 points more than Caven, and he's losing. Caven's finishing is the reason for that. Yep, sometimes the stats don't tell the full story. But he's hanging on in there.
140.
121. He was 4-1 down. This to make it 6-4 at the second break. Yep. Needs the ball.
Oh,
Gets the ball, brilliant from Thornton. 1-2-1 finish and another 12 darter. He's hit 3 12 darters in that little session. 3 180s, a 140 finish and a 1-2-1 finish, and he's very much in this game. Caven leads, but only just. Good game this. 6-4 to Jamie Caven. Winner's check to be called the champion here in Minehead. Robert Thornton, 4-1 down, got himself back into it, needs to challenge on the Jamie Caven throw, but Thornton in that last little session,
81.
that 5-leg session, averaged 111. The 3 legs he won were all won in 12 darts. 3 180s, a 140 finish and a 121 finish from the Scot.
58.
But he cannot, for some reason, seem to find that form on his opponent's throw, where he needs to most at the moment.
60.
Yeah, that's strange. When you think he's averaged 111 in the session, and he's been nowhere near when Caven's thrown first.
This is better.
Here we go, on cue.
140.
Slightly ahead. So this could be a big leg for Robert Thornton. If he can win it,
96.
he'll feel he's well and truly back in the match. Caven just seems to be hanging on to his throw.
59.
Caven's desire is to get back in the top 16 in the world. He has the ability.
100.
I'm not too sure he has the consistency at the moment. Fair comment?
Well, I certainly agree with that. He needs to do more on TV. He has been one of the top players on the Pro Tour, the floor events, if you will, for the last few years. Maybe not as much this season,
64.
but it's the TV big stages where the big money and
100.
prestige is, Stuart. So that's where he needs to make his move. He's certainly giving it a good attempt here. If he does win this one, quarter-final, more ranking points, a bit more prize money.
Well, he can hit 180s.
25.
And sarcastic applause for another disappointing visit there from Robert Thornton. Again, no challenge whatsoever to the Jamie Caven throw. Tops it is for Caven. And again, some fine finishing. 50% on the doubles for Caven. It's, his wife, Debbie. And polite applause for her husband, but job well done so far. But surprising, isn't it? There has been no challenge whatsoever from the Scot on the Caven throw.
On his second visit, he hit a 140 there, so we thought, here we go. Then, again, 2 more poor visits.
59.
Wasn't even on the finish when Caven took the leg.
If it carries on like that, Caven wins. Simple as that. hold your throw, win the match.
100.
As we know, easier said than done, but at the moment, Caven is holding his throw all too easily, far too easily as far as Thornton is concerned.
60.
Well, he was certainly impressive yesterday, Jamie Caven, particularly his finishing. And today's not been too bad. 7 out of 14, 15%, 50%. He'll certainly take that. But as you see, Thornton there, 36.
41.
But a lot of those were on that leg when he almost hit the 9. Ended up having 4 or 5 darts at the double.
140.
Well, still good scoring, and all of a sudden here, Thornton under some pressure on his throw, got to respond. You feel if Caven can break twice, there's no coming back.
Yeah, we said it was a lot
60.
longer distance-wise, first to 10. Caven's on 7 already, only 3 away. So it's getting closer.
Another 140. It's steady away, isn't it? Jamie Caven is averaging 90. But he appears to be in total control of this match.
100.
Playing solid,
Jamie require 102.
but finishing has been good. Double 16. No messing for Caven.
Jamie Caven. 13 flag, Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Well, it's now or never for Thornton.
83.
Got to find something special. Jamie Caven closing in on another quarter-final appearance. Played in a few TV major quarter-finals. This would be his first in this tournament. Never got past this stage of the Players' Championship Finals. Well, he's 2 legs away from it now.
140.
He averaged 94 yesterday, he's just in the 90s now, so it just shows you that he's not particularly playing his best, but he's playing
100.
solid. He's finishing when he needs to. Yesterday's finishing was impeccable. Today's not bad, 8 out of 15.
140.
But he's just not losing his throw, and he's broken a couple of times against. Trouble for Thornton.
Well, so far for Caven, it's been a good job, done well.
Jamie require 138.
Triple 18. Would have left double 12.
Yeah, I think it's sort of
180.
toss of a coin which way you go, but there was so much room in the treble 20. He may have followed the first one, but it doesn't matter. He's so far ahead.
99.
Surely 9-4.
If Thornton had been on a finish, he may have stayed on the treble 20. But he's not being pressurised at all. It's like a practice session for Jamie Caven in his front room. He's just sprinting with ease towards the finishing line. 1 leg away.
100.
He will just keep plodding on, because he will know at some point he will be getting a throw at the double for the match. Thornton has a lot to do. It's a big ask. He's got the experience. His 180 scoring has been great. His double's not so. And against the throw,
40.
it hasn't been. 6 180s to Caven's 1. But it's the consistency from Caven, particularly on his throw.
Well, remember,
57.
Caven was 9-3 up at the European Championship against Simon Whitlock in a dramatic game. But he hit his second 180. Whitlock came back to win 10-9.
164.
I'm not sure Thornton's playing well enough to do that.
Yeah, the difference there, Stuart, as you know, was Simon Whitlock was actually playing quite well despite being behind. Robert Thornton not quite there yet. He'll battle away. He is a battler, we know. But from his point of view, it's a long, well, he'll have to walk more than 500 miles to get back in this match. Well, that's a good start.
1 down, 5 to go. The early part of the game, really, well, for most of the game, there's been no challenge to the Caven throw.
140.
Maybe he might relax now, Stuart.
Well, that's what happens, isn't
I've
it?
probably lost the game.
100.
I've seen that so often in the past. Let's see how he does on this visit. Well, this is probably the first time he has started the leg with a 140.
100.
Sun's okay.
Oh, great response from Caven.
138.
Yeah, leaves himself a finish. Good darts there from Jamie Caven.
He's done what he's had to do.
91. Jamie requires 100.
Well, on that second session, there was 10 in the averages. Now they're very close.
80.
Good last one. Thornton.
170.
The big one, the 170. There's the first. Not quite. May go for the bull anyway. Did do, but quite a long way off there. So Jamie Caven homing in for a place in the quarterfinals. 87.
Targets the ball.
62.
Not quite.
Robbie requires 78.
A mountain on Thornton's shoulders here. Double 12 for another leg back. Well, you mentioned a few minutes ago, Stuart. This is his first leg against pro for Robert Thornton.
Well, 2 down, 4 to go. You just never know. Just to remind you, it was the European Championship quarterfinals in 2013. Caven led 9-3, was played beautifully, and then just capitulated. As Whitlock won 7 straight legs to pinch it 10-9.
Oh, Thornton. Well, mentioned a couple of legs ago, maybe in his mind he thinks he's lost the match because he's not played too well.
40.
He's relaxed, and now he's pulling out the big guns.
No, one thing for sure, because it's human nature, that the darting demons might just start to whirl around in Jamie Caven's mind, and
You require 81.
Thornton gets another one back here, which he looks like he's going to. Double 12 again, and double 12 he hits again. Another 12 darter for Robert Thornton. Now it's 9-7, and now the pressure goes up a notch for Jamie Caven.
Ooh, and he's panicking. He's panicking. Thornton will feed off that 41. He has to. He's got himself, dragged himself back into the match from nowhere, really. Caven was playing outstanding at the time, but now slipping just a little bit. Good last out, though. Thornton will sense this, Stuart.
100.
No doubt. Had one dart at the bull to win the match 10-5. Well, that's a great recovery. Well done. Can't afford to panic.
Really needs another one. Oh, that's so unlucky. What a good first dart that was, Stuart. I thought there'd have been at least a 140 there, which would have kept the pressure, strangely enough, on Caven, despite only one leg away.
81.
Well, a 140 would be a minimum ask for Thornton here. Got to get a ton. Oh, and he pulled it. He snatched the last dart. He was trying to force it, and he's not left a finish.
Well, he started the leg so well. Caven
95.
just hasn't had any pressure on him. He will now, but he's returning to the board with 50 for the match. Let's see if he can control it.
Double 16 for Caven. Double 8 for Caven. Come on, he says. 2 more match darts have come and gone. Darting drama here in Minehead.
Smile from Thornton. He'll be smiling if this one goes in. Well, incredibly, Robert Thornton, from 9-4 down, has dragged himself back into this match. Penny for your thoughts, Jamie. If Thornton wins this one, we're on a last leg decider. Incredible.
He can't. Well, no, I don't think anyone can quite believe that we've reached this situation.
100.
Let alone Jamie Caven. But
this will damage Jamie if he loses this one.
He'll be thinking about that Whitlock game. Surely that can't happen again. He'll be saying, surely not. 9-3 up against Whitlock and lost 10-9. 9-4 up against Thornton.
140.
Is it going to an unbelievable last leg decider?
96.
Incredible. Well, Caven will be throwing first in that last leg, but the pressure will be well and truly mounting on his shoulders.
97.
He's trying to keep himself calm. I'm sure inside it's like a volcano ready to erupt.
99. For 164.
Oh, poor dart. 2 poor darts, 2 scored. He is making it difficult for himself.
62.
Great recovery. You have to say, after the first 2 darts, that was a great third one from Robert Thornton.
Oh, that's a good lie. Can he nick another one underneath? He can. 102 for Thornton for our last leg. If he misses it, Caven 106 for the match. 2 for tops. Tops for Thornton for 9-9.
62. Jamie 106.
Well, can Caven find a way to win it here? Oh, and he's hit the treble 5. So Thornton will return to force a decider. Oh dear, Jamie. Oh dear. 9-4 in front. Are we about to have a last leg decider? Double 10. Double 10. Oh, last dart in hand. And we do have a last leg decider. Thornton was down and out. He's won 5 consecutive legs. You would not believe this.
Bad last start from Caven there. Good start there, treble 20, so he's focused on the job ahead. Which one of these two can have just that last push toward the finishing line? Mistake from Thornton though.
Well, mistake from Thornton, but 41 called by George Noble, music to Jamie Caven's ears.
100.
Big last dart again from Caven. Advantage Caven in the decider. What's Thornton got left? Can Thornton find another maximum? Well, 140 would do. 100 may not be enough.
Who has got the bottle at the end of the match to hit that double?
59.
Only 59. But Thornton has to respond. A ton will put him almost level. A 140 would increase the pressure on Caven. And the pressure is telling. The pressure is telling.
36.
Well, he can't believe it. He can't believe it.
Well, this is astonishing, Alan. It really is an astonishing turnaround. That's another one of those.
100.
100 may be enough. It may be enough.
Needs another. Oh, that's good darts from Jamie Caven. Really is good darts from what's happening up there on stage. But Robert Thornton, Shanghai, to win an extraordinary match. Treble 20 for tops.
Tops!
81.
And he's hit the single one. Incredible. Incredible.
81.
What's that, he says to himself. He can't believe he was so far away. Can Jamie Caven hold his nerve? Can he hold his nerve? He needs the ball! He needs the ball! He can't believe it! Relief for Jamie Caven from 9-4 down. Robert Thornton clawed his way back into the match. But Jabber, Jamie Caven He's feeling relaxed now, hits the bullseye, and he beats Robert Thornton in an extraordinary match, 10 legs to 9. Come back after the break.